It was the dawn of a new era, the day I finally got to drive myself to high school. I had imagined this moment for years, fantasizing about the freedom, the independence, the sheer thrill of not having to wait for my parents to drop me off. The day arrived, and I was ready. I could already feel the wind in my hair, the sun shining down, and the adoration of my peers as I rolled up in my trusty old sedan. I mean, who wouldn't want to be seen in a car that looked like it had seen more high school drama than I had? I remember the moment I got the keys. My dad handed them over like they were the keys to a kingdom. "You're responsible now," he said, and I nodded, trying to suppress the urge to laugh. Responsible? Me? I could barely keep track of my homework, let alone a vehicle. But there was no turning back. I hopped into the driver's seat, adjusted the mirrors, and took a deep breath. It was time to conquer the asphalt jungle. I backed out of the driveway, feeling like a hero in an action movie. The world was my oyster, or at least my small suburban neighborhood was. I turned on the radio, blasting my favorite tunes, and for a moment I was invincible. That is, until I realized I had no idea how to navigate the labyrinth of streets that led to my school. My GPS, bless its heart, had the patience of a saint as I made 3 wrong turns and ended up in a coffee shop parking lot. I could practically hear it sighing, recalculating. After what felt like an eternity of detours, I finally found the road to my high school. I pulled up to the entrance, feeling like I was on the red carpet. My heart raced as I spotted my friends. "Look at me!" I wanted to shout, but instead, I just waved awkwardly, trying to play it cool while simultaneously praying I wouldn't misjudge the distance and hit the curb. I parked, or at least I thought I parked. I stepped out of the car, and for a moment I felt like a celebrity stepping out of a luxury vehicle. But then I looked back at my car. It was parked at an angle that would make a geometry teacher weep. I mean, who knew parallel parking could be so complicated? I could practically hear the whispers of my classmates. "Is that a new car? Why is it parked like that?" Spoiler alert, it wasn't new, and it was parked like a toddler had taken the wheel. As I walked into school, I felt a mix of pride and embarrassment. I was a driver now, but I was also the kid with the car that looked like it had survived a demolition derby. I could hear the chatter. "Did you see her car? It's so unique." Unique? That's one way to put it. I chuckled to myself, thinking maybe I'd start a trend. Vintage chic could be my new aesthetic. The day went on, filled with the usual high school chaos. Classes, lunch, and the occasional awkward run-in with my crush, who, by the way, had no idea I existed until I rolled up in my automotive masterpiece. I could see him glancing at me, probably wondering if I was a car enthusiast or just someone who had lost a bet. When the final bell rang, I sprinted to my car, eager to escape the madness of high school. I hopped in, turned on the engine, and felt that familiar rush of freedom. Sure, my car might not have been the coolest ride on the block, but it was mine. And as I drove home, I realized that driving myself to school wasn't just about the car. It was about the journey, the laughter, and the little moments that made high school memorable. Even if my car was a rolling punchline, it was still my punchline, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.